Good morning, everyone. Let's make a diva together. What you will need is an image, and you need it printed on cardstock. It doesn't have to be fancy, nothing heavy, just regular cardstock. You'll also need foam board, which you can get at the dollar store. You can get it at Walmart or any craft store. You'll need a pair of scissors. You'll need some glue. School glue, as long as it's not washable glue. You can use Mod Podge, you can use Elmer's glue, any kind of glue that you like. And you'll need something to spread the glue with. I have this little roller that I got from the dollar store. It's beat up, but I reuse it until it falls apart. You'll also need a hot knife. I got this from Walmart. It's like an X-Acto knife, except it's electric, and it cuts through this with wonder. You'll also need a hot glue gun for your embellishments. You'll also need your other things. So this will be part one. I'll take my image because I need to put it on here, but I will not use this outside part. So I'm just going to cut that away real quick. But I'm not going to cut it so close because I want to make sure that my glue doesn't seep through and mess up my image. Basically, any image that you use is fine. As you see, she has on jewelry and stuff, but I can always change that. You can change it to whatever you like. So I'm just going to measure this little area that I need. And I'm putting a little pencil so I know exactly where not to go so my glue won't seep out. There, and then down here on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is take my glue, pour just a little bit on here. Don't need a whole lot. You just want to make sure it has good adhesion. And I just take it and just spread it around. Make sure I get really good into those corners. Even if I go over just a little bit, that's okay. But I want to make sure I get those edges really good. The thing about these divas is it's personal to you. Whatever you like on it, whatever type of embellishment you want. You can use yarn as hair. You can use weaving hair. You can use braiding hair. You can use anything that you want, or you don't have to use hair at all. So I'm just making sure I'm getting all these corners really, really good. Really good, especially on these ends. I'll just set this aside. Take her. Make sure I have all the ends pretty well. And I'm going to spread it out. Make sure you spread it really, really good. If you need to, you can get yourself a towel or something to make sure you get those edges really good because you don't want the glue to lift up once you put this down. So this is going to be in several steps, but I have some others so we can move it along pretty quickly. So I'll make sure it's down really good, especially the parts that I know I'm going to keep. Her hairline, her hand, her neck. Okay, so she is down. So what I would typically do after that, I would get some type of wax paper or parchment paper. And I would just cover this up. And I will put something very heavy on it. I have these sandbags. You could use books, reams of paper, phone book, anything that has a little bit of weight on it because you want to make sure that you have good adhesion on here. Make sure all my corners are good. One here in the center. So you leave that alone for a couple of hours. It all depends on how the humidity or everything is in your surroundings. So you want to make sure that this is glued down pretty well. These sandbags weigh about maybe 10 pounds a piece, but you can use paper, you can use books, anything you have that has some kind of weight on it. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's part one.